Going live now. Stand by, folks. Linglestown Gazette morning update is about ready to be served up with special sauce. Just trying to get my... Here it is. We're live. Let's see. I see we're live. Trying. Okay. Just hold on here. I want to be able to see what's happening. Here we go. There we go. Click on that. Okay. I got a special guest today too, so I think everything's working. We're gonna kick things off. I have to put this on mute. Okay, we're officially started. This is Bill Bostic with Linglestown Gazette Morning Update. We're brought to you by, as always, Consolidated Insurance Services. Now, you might want to know where they're at. They're at Paxtonia. And I still have not found the epicenter of Paxtonia, but it's over there south of Route 22, right?
Yeah, I would say the fire hall is probably
the fire hall?
Maybe, yeah.
Which fire? Oh, Paxtonia Fire Hall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the square right there.
I would say. Johnston Street, I think it is.
Johnson, yeah. Well, Consolidated Insurance Services is at 6109 Jonestown Road. For the record, auto, home, health, and business insurances. Look for the Erie Insurance sign. Now, here's what's happening. I'm going to visit with my guest briefly. I have big news about Route 39 and a great promotion that Linglestown Gazette's getting into along with the regular stuff. So without further ado, come on over here, Ted. I want to introduce Ted. Now I forgot your last name.
How could you do that to me? Zinn.
There you go, Ted Zinn. Despite my senior moment,
it's
a friend of mine.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're a decade behind me, though.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel it, though.
Two reasons Ted's here. First of all, he's helped me out with a big project here at the Linglestown Gazette headquarters. So that's where the show's coming from, with the shed project. Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell the folks what you do for like the last 30 years? What you're starring in a video now about your profession.
Here I am.
You speak right in here.
So we do additions, bathrooms, siding, windows, doors, roofs, and we love to do decks. Decks are a lot of fun. And we're helping Bill out here with the studio, which has been a lot of fun working with Bill.
What's your business name?
Colonial Custom Building and Design, LLC.
Based in Colonial Park. Yeah.
Yep.
Now
Not far from here.
So I'll vouch for Ted and his work. The other thing you got to know about Ted is we're thespians.
We are. Fellow thespians.
We have a big show coming up March 22nd and 23rd at Springgate in the Village. That's across from St. Thomas Roasters. Peace, Love, and Murder. How cool is that?
That's far out, baby.
And you got to see this guy in his getup. Of course, I'm Bill again. What's your character's name?
Boston Flowers.
Boston Flowers. Nice name.
Oh, I can dig it, man. He's far out.
And one of us could be murdered, potentially.
Maybe. Yeah, or the murderer.
Or the murderer, exactly.
We don't know.
Yeah, the tickets are $70. There's still, I think, tickets available.
There is, and there's family tickets available Friday evening.
Okay. Yeah, I think Saturday's getting filled up. But
Saturday's getting filled up, yeah. Friday, I think, is still open a little bit.
And this will be like the third or fourth time we've done this, including one time at the ballpark.
Yeah, I think it's probably the fifth show we've done.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, if this takes off, I'm going to have to give this show up.
I think so. We'll have to tour the country.
Well, thanks for your stopping by.
Thanks for having me over.
Yep.
See you, folks.
Colonial Custom and Building.
Colonial Custom Building and Design.
LLC.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Ted.
Have a great day.
All right. Moving into other stuff. Many of you, I know, did not attend the Stray Winds Area Neighbors meeting on Monday because I was there and you weren't. And that study is winding down. It's supposed to be finished. In fact, I want to take my sweater off because I'm wearing the colors of Consolidated Insurance Services today. That study's scheduled to be finished in July. So on Monday, the lead engineer, traffic engineer for that project, Eric Stump of Herbert Rolick, let me get it right. Herbert, Rowland, and Grubik Incorporated, HRG. They have an office locally and do a lot of work with local governments. He was there to update the neighborhood group about what was happening and also to get additional input. The bottom line, I mean, just the highlights of what he told us was that to try and smooth out traffic flows on Route 39, moving forward over the next decade or so, this plan is going to recommend 5 lanes of traffic on Route 39 from the cross-section there with Route 322, starting there all the way out to Patton Road, which is the road where First National Bank, Dunkin' Donuts, just beyond Dunkin' Donuts, that's where Patton Road is at. That whole stretch is recommended for 5 lanes. Right now it's a mix of 5 lanes, 3 lanes, it just, things go up and down, in and out, and that kind of thing. So that's what they're recommending over a period of time. That's what would happen. There's a big emphasis on including bike lanes and sidewalks on this corridor, all the way, over time, all the way into Derry Township. And then I found it interesting that one of the highlights of the study from a traffic engineering point of view is that the Linglestown roundabouts are in fact working fairly well and doing what they're supposed to do in terms of keeping traffic flowing and slowing traffic down. So that was a highlight of their study as they looked at things. More of this will come along as we get more information. Linglestown Gazette will endeavor to follow the Route 39 traffic situation. Finally, as far as the final top story is that the Linglestown Gazette is teaming up with Eric. Oh, geez, I'm having a lot of senior moments here. Eric with WMSS. I think it's FM. It's the Middletown School District's radio station, like a nonprofit radio station that does various programming. One of the things they do is sports. Eric is going to be doing Central Dauphin Lady Rams basketball as they play Upper Dublin Cardinals Friday at Milton Hershey High School. He'll be doing a radio broadcast, and Linglestown Gazette is partially sponsoring that broadcast. So watch Linglestown Gazette Sports, and I'll probably link it over to Linglestown Gazette as well as far as where to listen to that broadcast if you don't attend the game. Again, it's Friday, 8 p.m. at Milton Hershey High School's gymnasium is where that game. It's the first round of the state tournament, and just so happens that the Lady Rams come into this and have to face the defending champions right off the top. Let's see if there's anyone here this morning. 7 people watching. Okay, I'm not able to see the comments for some reason. Here we go. So I'd like to say good morning to Becky Kraft. I see that you're here. Ted Zinn is weighing back in. Yeah, so anyways, welcome to those 7 of you who are watching at the moment. Moving into our Watchdog Report, brought to you by Kane Mortgage. They're located on Linglestown Road and will help you purchase, refinance a home, put together a reverse mortgage, show you how you can use those and various other things. Check with Kane Mortgage with all your financial needs. The Lower Paxton Township supervisors met last night. I'll be checking in on the video of that meeting later and giving you some information. There wasn't a huge agenda. The meeting was over pretty quickly, I believe, last night. I do want to make mention, again, this is sort of a technical point, but the Lower Paxton Township has what's called a sewer authority. They're the ones that run and operate our sewage system, okay? A very important system, a very important part of local government. They're also taking on the storm water issue. From time to time, if you've been following Linglestown Gazette, you know that the township is trying to enact, or not trying, they're going to enact a stormwater fee of $128 per year. It'll be billed quarterly. The sewer authority is going to be operating that program, and then the money will be used to improve street banks and also deal with stormwater piping throughout our township, things that ultimately impact the Chesapeake Bay. But there has been some hubbub about some stormwater facilities, underground facilities that have failed on residential properties, private property, that the township has no legal standing to go in and fix it, even though some of the piping does serve the general public. It's not a private facility. There is a public component to it. For example, a drain in a street, and then that drain goes through private property and dumps out somewhere. Well, there's one case I've been following in the Colonial Park area where there's been a huge sinkhole has developed on a couple's property. They were looking for help, and the initial word from the township was not going to do it because we don't own that. We don't have the easement. We don't have legal rights to do it. Fortunately, township officials have taken a look at that, and they've come up with a way that whenever public safety is impacted, or there are facilities that have public, they're actually township facilities, at least in part, that they're going to take steps to fix them. So I want to give a hats off to the township officials who have taken another look at this and found a way to help citizens who are in a tough spot. Let's see, let me check my time here. Looks like I'm running out of time, so some of the stuff I'm going to bypass. I do want to make mention that we're sponsored in part by The Fat Man Clothing Company. Check out his, this is Anthony Cristillo out of Colonial Park. Check out all his clothing and accessories at fatmanclothingcompany.com. I just got word this morning from Susan George that some citizens, Susan and other citizens, have been working with the school district on cafeteria, health issues and that kind of thing. And this is the way our food operations are run in our public schools here in Central Dauphin. There is an article to check out on Penn Live talking about school cafeteria inspections that this particular group had worked with Penn Live to do this kind of work and check things out. It turns out that Central Dauphin schools, for the most part, have a pretty good record now after making some adjustments. So good news there, and hats off to Watchdog Susan George for letting me know about that. Also, in some community news brought to you by St. Thomas Roasters, today their dark roast is Sumatra Mandling, and they also have a Tanzanian pea berry out as a mild roast, and one other one, Colombian, is your decaf, and they have two other coffees as well. St. Thomas Roasters, the capital of coffee here in the greater Harrisburg area, the seat of power here in Lower Paxton Township. The Paxton Herald is out today, so be sure to get, if you want to supplement what you know via this broadcast, be sure to get the Paxton Herald. All right, that's available today on newsstands. Only 35 cents. They give you all the chicken barbecues, pancake dinners, and everything else that's going on in our area, along with local vendors that could potentially help you out. CBC Cabinetry and Flooring is also one of our sponsors. This is where quality and affordability come together for all your home improvement needs. One other community item, Lower Paxton Township's Historical Commission meets tomorrow night, March 7th, 6 o'clock, the Township Building on Prince Street. The program is The Railroad That Wasn't. How can you stay away from that? That's a great topic that Bob Thomas, who heads up the Linglestown Area Civic Association, will be presenting that program. Also want to recognize Cole Performance Chiropractic at Platinum Fitness is one of our sponsors. Linglestown Gazette, we're still looking for people to attend the March 30th Panther Ram Foundation. This is the foundation that supports Central Dauphin School District. One of their primary programs is a backpack program where they send food home over the weekends during the school year for students in food insecure homes. So March 30th, that's Saturday, later this month, a night of excellence. Linglestown Gazette has sponsored a table. We have 6 spots to fill yet. $60 contribution gets you a meal, access to a great silent auction. You'll get to rub elbows with myself and Crystal Bob, Realtor, my partner here on this show. It's going to be at Colonial Ridge Country Club. I didn't know they call it Colonial Ridge. It's Colonial Golf and Tennis Club, I thought was the name of it. Maybe they changed it. So anyways, looking for 6 people. No one's signed up yet. So if someone has an interest in supporting our school district, supporting students, really, that's what it's all about, let me know. Wrapping things up with sports, brought to you by Tonino's Pizza on Progress Avenue across from Susquehanna Township High School. Their signature item is the Margarita Pizza. That's their signature pie. I mentioned about the Central Dauphin Lady Rams playing on Friday in the state tournament. The other thing going on tomorrow, the four Central Dauphin Ram wrestlers will be competing in the initial rounds of the state wrestling tournament. So I want to wish Josh Miller, Ty Weathersby, Jackson Talbot, and Marquise Holton good luck in that competition. That about does it. Crystal Bob tentatively is scheduled to be with you on Friday with Dr. Chad Cole, the chiropractor that's working with us now. Other than that, I think that we're set. So that's your big Wednesday show, Linglestown Gazette Morning Update. Bill Bostic, your wannabe Walter Cronkite signing off for Consolidated Insurance Services. Thank you, David Jones. You may wonder why I'm wearing this hat. It's cold out, folks, and this shed I'm working out of was a little frosty this morning. So have a great Wednesday. Look for Crystal on Friday. Have a great day.